Gabriel, Riverside, California. Great to have you with us, the EIB Network. Hello, sir.
Thank you, sir. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Great to have you here.
I got a question in regards to the helmet-to-shoulder hit. This gentleman gets suspended 3 games. Now, I'm a very lonely Panther fan in the state of California. Now, the helmet-to-helmet hit against the Giants gets suspended only 1 game.
All right, I'll explain this to you. There are answers here. You may still object, but I can tell you the reasoning behind it. He's a lone Carolina Panthers fan out there in Riverside, California. He's talking about the game between the New York Giants and Carolina Panthers where Odell Beckham lost it and went nuts and incurred 3 separate personal foul penalties against number 24, Josh Norman, cornerback for the Panthers. And in one instance, after a play was over, or for the most part, Beckham had run a pass pattern out on the right seam from the slot. The ball was not thrown to him. He turned around and with a 15-yard flying start, launched himself, helmet to helmet, into the head of number 24, Josh Norman, right into his ear hole of the helmet there, which is a particularly vulnerable spot. Flags threw. It was the 3rd time that flags flew against Beckham. People were asking, why didn't Coughlin take this kid out of the game for crying? Why didn't the refs throw this kid out of the game? The announcers even, who try not to comment on this stuff, because they want to protect the league, even they were overwhelmed with what Beckham had done. The next day, Beckham suspended 1 game. And what old Gabriel here wants to know is how come that guy only got 1 game when Vontaze Burfict of the Bengals got 3? Well, it's because those were isolated incidents for Beckham and first-time occurrences, Gabriel. But Vontaze Burfict has been fined nearly $500,000 over the course of his career. This season, he was fined for 3 separate hits, illegal hits against the Steelers in their last meeting in December in Cincinnati. One of them was an illegal hit, flag was not thrown, by the way, at Roethlisberger's ankles. The week before this game, Gabriel, Vontaze Burfict tried to decapitate a tight end for the Baltimore Ravens, who was also not involved in the play. Play was over. Helmet to helmet, not shoulder pad to helmet. Helmet that got fined $50,000 for that. So there is a, shall we say, pattern of behavior where Burfict is concerned, and the league has decided that the fines are not having an adverse effect on his behavior. Meaning they're not helping things. The guy is willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars in fines. So the next step is the suspension, which is the first 3 games of next season. Do you realize this guy was not drafted because of this? It was this kind of player in college. Was not drafted. The thing about he's a great player. That's the thing about this game against Steelers. This was a career performance. This is the greatest game of his career, maybe. And he blew it up, throw it away. So there are problems here, folks. Look, as I said at the top of the last hour, there's some things I can't go all the way here. You people are going to have to work a little harder at understanding what's at stake here. And what's going on. I'm not coming to you from the standpoint of being a Steelers fan at all. This thing goes way beyond fandom. This is symbolic. It is representative of things happening culture-wide. The way it's dealt with, the way it's handled, the authority figures saying they can't do anything about it. Anyway, I have to take a break. I'm a little long. But we'll be back and continue after this. Sit tight, folks. Don't go.